Alright, so I'm recording this video for my future self, just so I can track my progress and see how I figured things out with this whole content thing. This is basically me trying to figure out how to make the best content possible, and this video is sort of like a journal entry. So yeah, today I'm going to be talking about authenticity. I've been trying to figure out how to be more of me through my content, right? This past month, I've been trying out new ways of approaching my content, whether it's with shorts or with writing on X or with videos on YouTube. Yeah, it's a bit complicated because I see a lot of people praising and preaching about be authentic, be you. But then everyone on X, let's just say on X, I see a lot of people copying gurus these days. So for example, everyone tries to write a similar style as Dan Koe, if you guys know who he is. Everyone tries to copy Alex Hormozi's style, you know, his whole educational style. And I don't know if it's just my feed, but I see a lot of copycats these days. And it's really sad because a lot of them don't practice what they preach. And sometimes it includes me as well. Whenever I make educational videos on YouTube or with my short form videos, they're kind of similar with the creators that I consume. And it's sad because there's barely anything that makes me different. There's barely anything that I utilize from my personality or my traits or my characteristics, right? And it's such a common struggle, and a lot of people are too ignorant to be themselves. Basically what I'm saying is no one is real with their content these days. All these gurus that we watch, they set really high standards for us, which basically means we strive to be like them instead of striving to be the best version of us. And for me, to be honest, it's good to utilize those good traits from all these gurus and whatnot. For example, whenever I make short form video content, I'm starting to make sort of like a Mr. Beast storytelling style, and it's really working for me. And I'd say when I make those videos, I'd have to force myself to talk really enthusiastically to the camera, which isn't really me. You know, if it's working, then I guess I should utilize it. Maybe I should take advantage of that. All in all though, I just want to be me whenever I make my content. I just want to tell my stories and speak how I want to speak and wear what I want to wear. That's why I wear this tank top, because it's what I wear every day at home. So yeah, it's a very big problem in social media. You barely find any creators that are themselves anymore. Everyone's trying to pretend to be someone else. It's really sad. Most of the time it is for views, and I can't lie, I do it too, but it's not a bad thing. But like if you make that your entire social media personality and not make content like this, just speaking to the camera and just talking and just being yourself, then what's the point of making content? What's the point of starting a personal brand like I am, you know, when the entire brand isn't personal? I just want to grow my content by being me and not by being someone else. But that's the hard thing. That's the hard part. How do I utilize my characteristics, my personality, my traits, and create content that's true to me, that's authentic to me, but at the same time, it gets results, it gets views? Because at the end of the day, we want followers, we want subscribers, we want views, right? Well, let's not lie here. So how do we utilize that as creators? That's the hardest part of trying to figure out the strategy and the approach to creating content. At least for me. So my plan is, it's time for me to be more authentic. I'll get into the specifics. So I will continue teaching my methods, my strategies, my frameworks, all the educational videos. I'll continue teaching it, and I'll also continue telling my stories, right? Telling my past experiences and making entertainment content based around my past, my experiences, and telling stories about it. Because I preach a lot about telling stories as a brand, right? As a creator, as a business. So it makes sense for me to practice what I preach as well. And that's also another important aspect with being a guru, right? You need to be a student and a teacher. You need to practice what you preach. You need to prove that whatever you say, whatever you preach, whatever you teach works. So in my position, the only right thing to do is to teach and practice. So whenever I make content, I need to do the things that I preach. And I'll probably talk straight to the camera more without like a full script, because right now I'm just reading through dot points and speaking whatever's in my mind. I think this is way better, especially to create a more authentic creation. And I don't think I'll do slideshows anymore. The slideshows on my computer, I'll just put like some ambience in the background so it's not dead. Yeah, the slideshows, I don't see a point in it. I'll just talk straight to the camera. And I'll probably stop preaching about all these bullshit strategies and methods that I don't actually practice. So basically, no more bullshit guides. I'll just speak whatever's in my mind. And if I want to teach something, I'll write some notes down and teach it. And I'll just speak whatever's in my mind, right? I think that's the proper way to approach this, especially for me. All in all, I just want to be as real as possible with my content, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to build a loyal audience. So I have to use my real voice. I can't just be faking it all the time, you know? But with my short form content, to appeal to other audiences, I might have to use like a really engaging voice. Like, I started a clothing brand and had 6 months to, you know, that type of shit. It's okay, but it might change in the future, you know? I don't really want that to be my reputation, my brand reputation. I just want to talk to the camera and, let's be honest, get views from it, get results, you know, help people from it. As simple as this, you know? I don't need no fancy voice or fancy slideshows or fancy edits. It's just me and the camera. So yeah, I'll be enthusiastic when I need to be, right, for short form content. But for long form, I'll probably show the real me for long form content on YouTube. The strategies that I use, for example, voice and editing and film shots and skits and whatnot, I use it based on the inspiration that I take from social media, from other creators. For example, Mr. Beast. So yeah, overall, I want to be a student and a teacher in the content game. And I think that's it for today. Subscribe.